What is going on, everybody? Tonight's discussion is going to be real simple, real basic. At least I think it is. But first, for the replay crew, here's the question. What figure were you most excited about seeing, I guess, today, the render of on G.I. Joe Day? That's pretty much the whole question. So yeah, I guess we'll go from there. For tonight's stream, I'll probably be looking at this stuff in a few different lights. I'm going to be looking at these figures as a fan of action figures. I'm going to be looking at them as just a fan of G.I. Joe in general. I really do dig these characters quite a bit. And of course, I'm going to have to look at them as a guy who basically collects because I dig cool figures, but I also want to really get great shots with them, have a lot of options for really great shots. And for many of you probably that have been watching for a while, you'll probably know which figures those are that I'm really going to dig. But here's a hint. When you're a figure with extra hands and heads and great articulation, you're a pretty photogenic figure. Now, let's see what we got going on L chat here. I do want to see. Let's see. This said, oh, see, I tried showing like chat on a larger screen, but it didn't give me any love. So let's just stop in and see what we got. Wreck Ship, let's do this thing. I plan to, sir. Thanks for stopping by. And now, Skew Raider, what's going on, man? Having fun yet? Enjoying your G.I. Joe Day, everybody? Jericho Savage, what's up, Dave? Just got the email that Mezco Snake Eyes and Prune Face are shipping very soon. Fantastic. I want to know about that Snake Eyes. Dick Tracy, cool stuff. Was never my thing, but when those Snake Eyes start hitting the big photogenic kind of, I guess when I start seeing photos of them, I'll be like, ooh, because we all know how Mezco does. Everything's really hidden in shadow, really photoshopped. I can't wait to see what the real figure looks like when everybody gets them in hand. That'll be cool. Whew. Congrats. Yep. Everybody, Jericho getting his Snake Eyes. This is good stuff. And Prune Face, I guess we can congrats for the whole Prune Face deal. So yeah, why don't we just kick this off right now by me pushing buttons and narrating as I do so, which I seem to do. No. Let's see. We are going to start with a Super7 stuff right now. Great googly moogly. We have figures from Super7 from the G.I. Joe Deke cartoon. And I don't know. What do you guys think? Is everybody digging these? That's kind of what I'm curious about. For me, Super7's never really my jam, and it has nothing to do with the accessories. They always come out with great accessories. A lot of what I hear online, it seems to be kind of scattered QC. Like I never hear anybody saying, oh my gosh, Super7's great with quality control. Like most of the time I'll listen to something and it'll sound like, okay, people are kind of overblowing this. But Super7 across the board seems a little disjointed when it comes to their QC and all that stuff. So I sort of avoid the line a bit because of that, but also because the figures aren't very well articulated still. If you're somebody that collects these things to stand them up on your shelf and look good, I think they'll get the job done. I do think they look really good. So what's everybody thinking? What do we got when it comes to Super7's G.I. Joe stuff? Wreck Ship. I'm currently waiting on the Super Action Stuff game on arcade set and a pair of 30 minutes missions, Robo Dogs. I'm going to turn into Cobra Robo Dogs. I didn't know 30 minutes missions had Robo Dogs. I've only seen like the little robot figures. I'll have to go check those out again. But yeah, those arcade sets look like they're going to be a blast. You know, gaming and all that. Considering that gaming wallpaper came out, you might be able to use that too. Let's see. Those Joes are looking fire. That's what I think, man. I think Super 7 nails it with the look. Like, you can't argue that the look is there. Wreck Ship. I'm so unfamiliar with the Deke cartoon. Never watched a second of it. Okay, this is not at all a hot take, but do yourself a favor and keep doing what you're doing. Stay away from the Deke cartoon. There were some decent story elements, like in the first 5-part series. I think it was decent, but it was a definite departure from what Sunbow was doing, and the quality of the animation was better, I think, with Sunbow, and the quality of the voice acting was better, I think, with Sunbow. So yeah, keep doing what you're doing. That's my unprofessional recommendation. And now we shall continue pushing buttons. Easy Pass. Typically worst articulation ever. That's kind of, yeah. And for me, for something to be really a photogenic kind of thing, it's got to be able to move. Like, it's just got to be able to move. Still, if you are one of those collectors that likes just standing things up on your shelf and seeing how cool it is and just sort of leaving it there, I think Super 7 kind of gets a good look. I mean, like I said, I'm a fan of G.I. Joe. And as much as I didn't enjoy the Deke cartoon, these are very representative of that cartoon, and they look really good. So I can't be mad or anything when it comes to that. She's a little light with hands compared to most, but she does have some bigger stuff too. Heads up, Amazon is set to ship Sailor Moon. I hope that is all and not the start of a shipment avalanche yet. A little more time and I'll be cool with the resumption of the onslaught. Yep. The onslaught just keeps coming, especially when we all load up on multiple lines. And that Sailor Moon, that looks good. Is that the SHF one? Because I've seen 2 different versions. I've seen like the regular one and the anime inspired one. And I think they look good. And I keep thinking in my head, is Sailor Moon one of those pop culture things that I should pick up? Because yeah, she's looking good, at least the ones I've seen. Wreck Ship. That being said, the weird deer skull accessory is neat. That is true. And it is very Deke. Like I said, I'm not saying don't watch it because I've heard things. I'm saying don't watch it because I've seen things. Because I really wanted G.I. Joe to be awesome with the Deke stuff. But yeah, I mean, a lot of the stuff they do is pretty cool when it comes to the accessories and all that. Let's see, 60th Action Sailor. Okay. I wondered about that. Yeah, he looks good. He looks good. But, all right. Let's see. Let's go. Plenty of chats coming in. Oh, dear. Let's go back here and we'll drop it down to Lady J. And now Lady J, I think she and Baroness are basically just repaints of what they were, correct? Not 100%, but obviously the colors are very Deke and all that stuff. But yeah, I feel like I should give them a fair shot, give everybody a take so they can look at these and see what they think and all that. Awesome indeed, Skew Radar. I like going into movie guy voice or maybe Optimus Prime voice, whichever one I feel like today. See, I have a bad feeling about this. Yeah, I will say in one of the live streams that Emily said something about how the big onslaught that happened at the end of last year should be the last big onslaught because that was the last shipment that had to do with COVID, I think. So I think people were just jamming as much as they could at the ports. And as soon as it hit, they just got it all out there. And so obviously there was a lot that just hit at whatever time. So hopefully they don't all come after your wallet at once. But yeah, there's some good stuff when it comes to all this. Skew Raider. I'm going to swing back around to these over time. Classified first and then later back to these Super 7s. Yeah, I wonder. If you want, and it is unfair to call Super 7s statues and to sit there and just say, if you just want something to stand on your shelf. But if you do, they do look the part. Kind of disappointed with Doc's rolled up sleeves. Did he have, I don't remember. He had long sleeves, didn't he? I totally forgot about that. Or did he have, we'll get to Doc here shortly. See, he was talking about Hasbro reveals being fire. Super 7s are more fire. See. Yeah, I saw these and I just thought for Joe Day, it's just a bunch of repaints. I thought that was kind of odd. Deke killed G.I. Joe for years. I think that there's probably some truth to that. You know, we don't get a lot of cartoons trying to advertise this stuff so much anymore, at least when it comes to our stuff. And yeah, I don't know. We'll double back to them. So much stuff coming out. The accessories are fire with Super 7. Why? We'll check for them later. Yep. And if Super 7, I don't know, maybe, I don't know, everybody has kind of, everybody seems to be ramping down. I guess it's ramping up. What would you say for lowering production? Because the collector boom seems to be fading a little bit here. So hopefully you still can. Hopefully you can get them at a good deal. Seems like you'll be able to get them on sale if you wait long enough. Speaking of, that was just me. I don't know if that's going to be the case anymore, but we'll see. Hopefully people can do that. Let's see. Sailor Soon, not Moon. Dang it. I need to make adjustments. But yeah, Deke did kill for a while, and I have to think that during the Sumbo years, G.I. Joe was killing it, just like during the He-Man years, the cartoon. That line was killing it. The Transformers cartoon, that was killing it. I think that we need to find a way to get cartoons so you're not making them exclusive to certain platforms, unless it's Netflix, because Netflix is so huge. Otherwise, you're like, look, we made this cartoon. We want it on all the streaming platforms. What do we have to pay you? Because I think that ends up bringing up everything else. But it's just my marketing brain. But it's the way that it was done in the 80s, and it just worked so well. Cartoons, video games, comics, all that. Maybe not comics these days, but who knows? Sailor Moon, LLL, Tuxedo Mask Classified. I will stop before they get ideas. Yeah, no, did I just go? I'll have to go back and look at that because, yeah, I got totally thrown off. But yeah, the Sailor, yeah, and Tuxedo Mask. I have seen enough Sailor Moon to know that was basically the dude. So I know some things, but I haven't seen a lot of it. Sailor Soon, Sailor Moon, who knows? Super easy pass. Yeah, that's where I'm at with these, especially considering they are just repaints. Let's see. Same. Yep. All right. Then let's go to, real quick, let's see. I'm tempted to get the Deke Baroness just to have Cobra Commander in snake form. That's true. That's kind of funny. And it would be kind of cool. I heard, what was the channel? It was the one with Chris that he talks about G.I. Joe and all that. He does a lot of talking about G.I. Joe, which is fantastic. So Christopher McLeod, that one, Diagnostic 80, whatever. I can't remember the name of the channel. I suck at that. But he was speculating onto what the O-ring figures could be and all that. And somebody brought up the Snakehead Cobra Commander with the O-ring for Super 7. And I thought that'd be kind of funny, like the Deke style ones. And I'm like, yeah, that would be, maybe not something I'd grab, mostly because I probably won't get those O-rings, but still. Yeah, I'm hoping so, y'all. Emily said about 30-ish drops this year versus 60 last year. So yeah, thanks, Photo Dave. Stabby is nervous. 30 drops this year, huh? I didn't know that it dropped or lowered so much. I figured that the production numbers as far as characters would be the same. It would just be less would be produced. Wait till the Super 7 are $10. See, Mr. Matson, I'm hoping that still happens for people, but I don't know, considering everybody does seem to be lowering their production numbers. At least it sounds like it. LBZ, yo, classified for me, no Super 7. Yeah, I'm there with you, but I don't want to just skip them. But let's go to Scarlet here. Besides the fact that that's a little bit of an eyesore, she's got the deep coloring as well, and it's kind of reminiscent of the comic. See, that is the plan, fan. Not biting at 55, no way, unless they just wow with something. LOL. I agree. Like, I see these, and we can all use all the logic that we have at our disposal to try and justify the $55 price point on these. So there's licensing. There's the fact that Super 7's based in San Francisco. There's the fact that there are smaller production runs. And there's a little more, well, probably quite a bit more plastic, considering all the, like, it's larger figure. You do tend to get more accessories. But does that justify a 30% or 30%, $30 price hike? Does all that factor in to should it cost $30 more than classified, especially considering the articulation isn't there at all? And so that's kind of where my head goes. And that's without really doing a deep dive at all the numbers that we'll never be privy to anyway. And that's kind of how I plan to look at things. Like, I'll eventually get a Jada Toys Mega Man, and I'll hold it next to a Turtles of Grayskull figure, and I'll do a lot of comparisons and just see what one seems better. I can tell you now, I will just prefer the Mega Man one, but I want to get a more objective look, because that's what a lot of people talk about with, I don't know that this is worth 25 because look at what we get over here for 25, you know, that kind of thing. So anyway, I'll probably do a little bit of that kind of stuff too. Let's see. We're going to keep clicking the buttons. This is what I do. It's what I'm good at. Let's see. Only for sure picking up Thundercats Super 7 only because they are the only available. Everything, enjoying those for now. Yeah, they are the only thing available, and that kind of sucks, I think. But I can't debate it. I can't argue it. Classified and Action Force get priority. Then Ramen Stuff and Maestro Union, Furay, and Memory Toys third party. Super 7 Joe is way down on the list. Yeah, and you've named off some huge stuff right there, man. Ooh, Ramen. Ooh, Ramen, Action Force, all of it. Maestro Union, Furay Planet, whatever they are now. Damn, I'm late. Don't worry, Harry. You'll survive. We're still in the Super 7 section, and I'm not sure too many people are too stoked about this. I just wanted to gauge kind of what people were thinking here. Roadblock needs that Cobra Commander Snake dude. He does. They need to have like an accessory pack with a Cobra Commander that can just wrap around the Roadblock figure. That'd be awesome. That's something I want to see there. Let's see, made it to the stream. You did, Tragic Hero. By the way, Tragic Hero, do me a favor. I think I'm following everyone else in the stream, but make sure you're following Tragic Hero on Instagram. So do me a favor and just type out your Instagram handle. In fact, everybody, go ahead and type out your Instagram handle so we can all check each other's stuff out and see what's what. I think that'd be kind of fun. All right. Let's get one more, and then I'll go to one last thing, another factor. The retro classifieds are hitting a lot of these looks in a better way for classified fans. Yep. Yeah, I think you're right. Now, of course, let me go to this real quick, and then we can get out of the Super 7 chat. If you are a fan of what Super 7's doing, if you ordered those 3 figures, it looks like you'll get this pack as well, or like you can only get this pack if you order via the Super 7 store. So what do we have here anyway? I didn't really pay attention. Let's see. So we got the darts. I'm guessing we got Scarlet stuff. We got some Lady J stuff. We got a Baroness gun. Yeah, the crossbow. What is the blue? That's got to be something to hang over Baroness. Little Cobra grenade. Spear for Lady J. Yeah, anyway, you get that stuff if you order. So there's that. Jericho Savage. Their MLQ is much lower than Hasbro's, hence their much higher price. And that's what I'm wondering. I mean, the MLQ is way lower for sure. But does it still, like with the stuff that they do and the limited articulation and all that stuff, does it still, like in your heads, does it justify a $30 increase from what Classified's doing, I guess, is what I'm thinking. Like in my head, there seems to be a larger disparity there than there should be. But again, that's only going off subjective opinion. It's not like I'm looking at Hasbro's numbers versus Super7's numbers. And I know, you know, all the factors we talked about earlier when it comes to Super7 grabbing that license, or I guess Hasbro licensing out that property, the Joes. Action Force is such a great line. It is, Andrew, it is. And thanks for stopping by, man. Appreciate it. But yeah, Action Force is that line that I'm going to end up jumping down the rabbit hole. I'm going to end up jumping face first, and it is not going to be pretty. Wreck Ship. Don't worry, Harrio. You haven't missed the meat and potatoes yet. We're currently at the salad portion of the stream. Well, that would, yeah. The analogy I was going to use there wasn't going to work at all. Tragic Hero. I stopped at Wave 1 for Super7 G.I. Joe. I like them, but the articulation isn't good. Bad news. I wasn't expecting Mezco to charge me for Snake Eyes. You're the second one. You and Skew are both getting your Snake Eyes. This is going to be good. You guys are going to have some fun. Except for the bad news part. There you go. There's Wreck Ship on Insta, guys. Everybody got it? Got it. Wreck Ship _85. That's easy. All right. Yeah, Skew Raider, Wreck Ship 81. Let's see. Harry had a feeling in the force to arrive after the Super7 discussion. That bad feeling he had about the avalanche, the Amazon avalanche looming. Harry is wise with the force. Jericho Savage, unpopular opinion, but most Action Force designs are bland. I do agree that most of those are kind of bland, but that's kind of the fun in them for me, because I'm looking at them, a lot of them, as cannon fodder. And in fact, I know what you're saying because, I've got her right here. I basically got Eclipse here. Hang on, let me not that you guys don't know what Eclipse looks like probably, but let's stop this for just a second. I basically got Eclipse here because she's a more colorful figure. Now, I'm going to be getting the Warpath Eclipse, which just looks killer. Thank you to Mr. Madsen. I'm going to be grabbing her this weekend, so I'm stoked about that. But one of the reasons that I like Eclipse so much is because she's as colorful as she is. But there's enough there that I can really build up a really cool army. And there's a lot that they're doing right. They're coming out with all kinds of just cool figures. There's a ton of hands, a ton of accessories, a ton more options in my mind anyway, for photography. And that's what it's all about for yours truly. So let's knock out a couple more of these, and then we'll get to the meat and potatoes. Agreed. Jericho Savage. They're not the most exciting designs, but what they offer in posability and what they offer in photogenic options is pretty stellar. Mayfex Tiger Stripe Wolverine is the only thing I'm after right now. Man, they're going to need to, I was looking up, I keep looking for those pre-orders, and I found out where a bunch of them, where some of them are, some of the sites with them. But yeah, yeah, that one's going to be tough. I'm going to probably put some things up on eBay this weekend. Skew Raider, they make great green shirts and Cobra additional forces troop builders. Yep, they do. And that's one of the things. I also got a Spec Ops, one of the female Spec Ops troopers, and I'm a big fan of that. I just need to get the gear pack. Apart from the Swarm guys, everybody else has muted colors in the line. Yep, I mean, it's true. I can't argue that, but there are some, I think there's some cool stuff coming, but we shall see. Yeah, all right. I gotcha. Now, we'll do one more, and then we'll head over and look at the Hasbro stuff. With extra cool characters like Eclipse, Kill Switch, Pandora, etc., Atlas, and Buddha, names been updated. Action Force will be even cooler as more drop. Yeah, and I think that they'll probably get to doing slightly different looks, going a little more out there as far as looks are concerned. But who really knows? I'm not 100%, but I know that they showed off a Praetorian Guard. I think that's what it was called, or the Praetorian. That thing is this crazy robot that just looks awesome. And I'm gonna need things. All right. So now let's go to what everybody, it seems like, is here for. Let us start with the Hasbro offerings by showing you this again. Haha, kid. Here we go. We have, first things first, we have this bad boy set here. We have Tripwire and we have Roadblock. And it looks great. It looks great for an updated Tiger Force set and all that stuff. Here's the thing when I'm looking at it, just so everybody's aware, I'm not going to get this, and it all comes down to no extra hands, which is crazy. And I probably, honestly, if the original versions of these had come out with extra hands, I wouldn't consider these anyway because of the Tiger Force thing. I like Tiger Force. There's no doubt. I thought it was super cool as a kid. But one thing that always bugged me about Tiger Force is I was this kid who I missed out on some of the earlier Joes. So, like, Duke was my Tiger Force. Flint, well, no, I got Flint early on because Flint, by the way, he's from Kansas. So Superman. Coincidence? Anyway. So all it made me think of as I was getting these Tiger Force figures was how much I missed out on the first ones. So Tiger Force kind of, they were cool, but they also made me a little angry. And nobody likes me when I'm angry. So yeah, what's everybody thinking when it comes to these guys? And I'll go back here and check out a little more because there were a few I missed before I brought those up. Mr. Mattson, you need boring for generic soldiers. I totally agree. That's what I'm going to load up on those urban commandos. I swear it. It's going to be rough for my wallet. Though Warpath Eclipse, Kirak, and Bone Collector designs are awesome. I think so too. I think so too. Those are ones that I missed out on, but I will be, I might be scouring eBay depending on what goes on. Dave, my wife says you're getting better at this live stream stuff. Yes! Thank you, Harry O's wife. I appreciate that. Because, yeah, I sucked hardcore at the beginning, and hopefully I get a little better even still. I'm hoping. I do see StreamYard has a thing where it looks like I can use my cell phone as a second camera, so I might try that eventually. We'll see how fancy I'm willing to get. Andrew Sabine. Oh, sorry, the Praetorian. That thing looks sick. It does, man. I want that. That thing's going to be like the sci-fi robot looking. Like, it almost has this Terminator vibe. I digs it. Futuristic Terminator, which technically that's kind of redundant. Skew Raider, they work well with each other if you are interested in them. Here we go, dinner entree time. That's where we were going. I figured that, why do you think? See, I'm learning. I saved the best stuff for this part. See that? You had to wade through the Super 7. I'm kidding. If you dig Super 7, it's okay. I don't judge. Tiger Force is boring to me. See, I think the colors are okay. The only thing was, like I said earlier, it just reminded me all the stuff I missed out on. So I was like, oh, man. All right. Wreck Ship. This is the opposite of Action Force. I mean, as far as colorful goes, you are absolutely 100% spot on. But yeah, I do agree that you need the boring for those troop builders, for those soldiers. And a lot of people really like realistic lines. The only classified Tiger Force I have is Outback. Hate that subline. You know what? I have that Outback. I might end up getting rid of him. But I will say, I think he's just a really cool standalone figure. So, yeah, I agree with you. He's the only Tiger Force I have as well. But it's because he looks just so gosh darn good. Love Night Force, though. Those design updates are great. I agree. I think that Night Force is very good stuff. Excuse me, guys. I need to take a swig of the water. Oh. Ah. All right. So, what do we have here? Yeah, was anybody else getting parched? See, Sublime. I got you. Sublime. I was thinking of music at that point, and things weren't good in my head. Skew Raider. I had some Tiger for. I'm gonna slow down. I had some Tiger Force near the end. I like them less than the original release versions of the characters. I will still get them eventually, but yeah, they are classic too. Sale approach here too. Yeah, they might. This might go on sale. I'm not sure that. Did anybody notice? I didn't see that Tripwire has his rat this time along, and I thought that was a fun little addition. LBZ. The only Tiger Force let's see, love is that Flint I got. I'm going to guess that LOLE was love. Let me know if I'm wrong. He looks like some form or something from Contra Metal Gear 3 for some reason. I actually like the updates. I know a lot of people don't like some of the updated stuff that they're doing, but I love like the camo or the black strip that was across his face, across his eyes. I thought that was really cool. Let's see. Wreck ship. Outback Tiger Force is fire. That was Skew Raider. My bad. Yep. I totally agree. LBZ. Liked, loved, whatever. I was close. I guess they're kind of, sort of the same. Tragic. Yeah, Dave. You're killing it now. We'll continue to do so. I appreciate it, man. Thank you. I'm a little more relaxed. Before it was a little more, oh God, what am I doing? Doing awesome on the streams, Photo Dave, facts. I did not mean for that. See, Harry, talk to your wife, see what she did. Oh, geez. Thank you, everybody. I appreciate it. Oh yeah, Outback Tiger Force 2 is great. Good one. Yeah, he's quality, man. But it's weird. I've gotten to the point where I'm not even taking pictures of figures that don't have extra hands. Definitely Skew. And Tiger Force Outback, as cool as he is, he doesn't have extra hands. I'm telling you, I'm going to end up selling a lot of these, and then I'm going to be mad at myself because Hasbro will eventually release a hand pack, and I'll end up having to rebuy a bunch of stuff. All right. See, I'm going to pass on this 2-pack. I'm not collecting Tiger Force, really. I got the first wave of Tiger Force and stopped. Yeah, I could see that. I could see the first wave wasn't it Outback, Rakondo, and Bazooka? Like, it used to be any figure that started out in 85, I would load up on. So I would have gotten that Bazooka, even though it was Tiger Force, because Bazooka was an 85 Joe, and I would have been stoked. I would have been like, yes! But now I'm just much more discerning simply because the action figure market is moving forward and some places are just slower to adapt. So I'm not moving the goalposts. The industry is moving the goalposts. But we know that the larger the company, the slower they are to move. So I'm not even all that upset when it comes to all that stuff. Jericho. Meanwhile, I'm here dreaming of when a retro Flint gets revealed. Same here. I'm going to be all over that. And I have to say, I might be all over that, even if he doesn't have extra hands. Harry, Outback gives me all those G.I. Joe Adventure Team vibes. Ooh, I didn't think of that. Skew Raider. Yes, Night Force is killing it. Those have a lot of new dudes and dudettes mixed in. Cool. Yeah, it's all so cool. I still think I'm going to have to end up getting that Dragonfly on the secondary. That's going to kill me. The classified Photo Dave hand packs are on the way. They watch classified YouTube stream discussions to see what we say. Save some of them, Dave. I don't see, maybe we'll see. See, they'd have to make Like, I have a Serpentor and a Dr. Mindbender that I'm looking at getting rid of because they don't have extra hands. Call it a sickness, but it limits so much of what I can do with those figures. So they would have to come up with Serpentor hands as well. So anyway, if they are watching the stream, Serpentor hands, please. Retro Flint is coming sooner than later. Will be fire. I'm thinking that's the case, but I still want like an ultra modern Flint that isn't based on a video game from before. That would make me so darn happy. I just think I trust this team to be able to update this stuff and make it look great. Wreckship, the Tiger Force 2-pack is the least exciting one. You'll notice that by the time we get through here, I did go in order of what I thought was the most impressive. I do too. I do too. I want those hand packs badly. It's something they can do to just kind of keep up with the industry, just kind of play catch up, you know? Retro carded Serpentor and Mindbender will be likely too, hopefully with hands. We shall see. That would be quality stuff. I would be stoked. All right. Let's go to the next one. Ladies and gentlemen, we have Doc, and I'm going to say it. You know what I'm going to say. He doesn't have extra hands, although in the description it does say that he also comes with a pair of gloved hands. My concern is if the gloved hands are the same shape as these hands, it still doesn't make much sense for me to pick them up. But if they're a different shape, I'll get them. Still, what I love about this Doc is he looks like you can take off the gear and you're going to get a classic Doc. But you know me, if you've been watching for any amount of time, I'm not all 80s all the time. I love the updates that they made to Doc here. I think this looks really good. I agree now that you said that about the sleeves being rolled up like that. I believe they were more like Dukes, weren't they? Where, well, kind of like how I've got my sleeve here. Kind of where a large part of the forearm was showing, but it wasn't showing from like the middle of the forearm to the elbow. I think that's how it was. I could be wrong. I could be remembering the 25th anniversary stuff. But what's everybody thinking of Doc? Because I do think they really nailed the design. By the way, me sitting here and saying I just can't do it if they don't have extra hands, that is not a reflection of what the designers were able to do here. I'm guessing that's more a reflection of what they're able to budget for the line. Because, yeah, man, they knock it out with every figure. It's crazy impressive to me. Whoo! Skew Raider, yes! Doc. Doc is rad. Jericho Savage, funny that after the first in-hand picks of the Vamp, it sells out on Pulse. Yep. It was sold, wasn't it sold out before though? I can't remember. But yeah, the Vamp is something I may go back for. Doc looks freaking awesome. He does, man. Like I say, I love the updated look. I love it. Like, this is why I totally trust the team to be able to move ahead and update the stuff, make it more modern, push it into the future even more so than just sticking to all 80s because of things like this. This is incredible to me. This is fantastic work that they did there. And then, of course, I lose my train of thought. Let's see. But yeah, it wasn't the Vamp. Like, the only reason I didn't pull the trigger on the Vamp was, one, I'm saving up for the Musk, and money got tight there for a bit. So I'm making adjustments now. But also, Clutch didn't have extra hands. I am a weirdo, and I fully acknowledge this. There were just not as many options there for him, and I knew I would add just sell Clutch, and that was an extra pain in the butt. Skew Raider, gloved hands not shown with Doc. They hopefully not be trigger gloved hands. I agree. If they are not trigger hands, I'll end up with this Doc. And I think he just looks incredible to me. I can't help it. See, Wreckship, the secondary on Doc with a modular pack should be the same one as the 60th Action Soldier. Oh. And is that the one with Action Shoulder? Isn't that the same? Yeah, that would make sense. And that's the same shape here, isn't it? Just trigger finger hands? because that would make sense that that's what they do. Skew Raider will do great, will go great with a Dragonfly. Glad they went ahead. Jesus, guys, me and speaking is not easy. Glad they went ahead and listened, adding Airborne and Dot to please HasLab buyers. Whenever you pick it up, you'll like it, Dave. I think so, and I will sell. And that's what got me thinking about what's talking about Night Force earlier. Is it comes with a couple of the Night Force guys. I will sell them, and I will sell Wild Bill, and I will keep Glenda. Again, weirdo, but we all know this. And then when they reissue or release hand packs for Wild Bill, I will cry. Yeah, Skew Raider. Vamp keeps going in and out of stock. They know we want it. Vanguard dropping in June. We'll keep them stocking it for a few more chances. You know what? I didn't think of that, but I bet that's true. They're like, yeah, we don't want this one to take priority here. We want to try and keep up with them. Jericho Savage. Doc was the better medic, but Lifeline had the better design. I did like the red and white of Lifeline. Like the helmet was pretty cool too. This helmet almost looks like it can be used for Lifeline as well if they want to repaint it. I don't know though now looking at it. I would say this Doc has a better design than the 86 Lifeline, but who knows what they'll do to Lifeline when he comes out. Watch, it'll just be Doc with a different head. That's not a shot. They need to repaint from time to time. I get that. Skew Raider. Interchangeable vest packs. Good call with Doc and the Soldier. Yeah. I think you might be right. All right. Let's get this one here. Wreck Ship. My wife pointed out that those might be elastic bands on the stretcher. Oh, those would be cool. That way, yeah, keep the guys fastened in. Oh, that'd be sweet. Those probably, they look like they are elastic bands. Maybe. Well, hopefully they are, because that's pretty cool. That's a good call out by your wife. All right, let's go to the next one. Ladies and gentlemen, we have Torch. And I'm going to tell you now, Torch was my very only Dreadnought, my very only, of the original 3. I love Torch. But again, no extra hands, so I'm going to pass. Still, the details they put on this, like somebody pointed out that, let me see about, I'm going to hide the chat for just a minute here. Well, I tried hiding the chat and it wouldn't do it. But you see the flames on the gun down there, or on the torch, I guess. You see them, they're coming out of like a skull head, like the eye sockets of a skull. Like all the details on this thing are massively cool. And I can kind of forgive him not giving us hands here. He got like 3 flame effects. So yeah, a couple guns. Torch just looks, Torch is incredible. They did a great job on Torch. Jericho, the 25th anniversary Lifeline is still one of the greatest G.I. Joe figs ever. He is a great figure. I wish I had still been, like I had gotten a little out of them by then, but I always looked at he and Lifeline and Airtight, and it's like, ooh, those are really good figures. Let's see, it'll fit on the Dragonfly, the stretcher. I bet it does. Dragonflies like that. It's going to leave all the room. LBZ, most likely getting Doc, but then again, my classified backlog is pretty long. I know, man. I know. Hopefully, if Emily's right about the 30 figures, if that's what happens and all that stuff, hopefully that'll ease up on people's wallets a bit. Skew Raider, I love Lifeline too. Facts. Bring on all of these Joes. I know. I'm very lucky at this point that they don't all come with hands, because I would be hosed. Too busy with imports. You are, LBZ, you are, but those imports, they always look good. That's one of the nice things about these, is if they had hand packs, they'd almost be import quality. Like what we're seeing here right now, and I shouldn't say that as far as how the joints move, but we're getting figures that have more Mafex style articulation. It's a little different at the neck, and there's no toe joint. But if you're looking at this stuff, it's like getting Mafex light with G.I. Joe. If they just add a few more hands or maybe another head, if they start making extra hands and extra heads standard, then at that point, G.I. Joe would be like the line, I think. I think that would take over in a big way. Man, Torch is burning down the screen. Fire. He is. He's really good. And he's one of those guys that makes me wonder, why am I so picky? But then I realize it's the wallet, Dave, and it's the space, and it's the way the action figure industry is progressing. I don't like that hose they keep giving these figures. I wonder who else has that hose. I don't think I ever got any of the figures with the hose. Like, remember, the only figures I got in 2023 were figures that had extra hands. So it was the Hiss team, and it was Rock and Roll, and it was Chuckles. And I think I need to go back and get the Storm Shadow, the retro Storm Shadow as well. But I don't know, was there a Techno Viper or a Televiper or something released with that? Jericho, Torch is shaping up to be their best Dreadnought yet. Yeah, I think so. And I wonder if they made him this time so that the glasses just stay on, because I know a lot of people were having trouble with that, specifically with Buzzer, I think. All right. Torch is good. Torch is quality, guys. But then we got this guy. And the hand rule, I don't know if that takes a backseat to this or not. Does Ripper have a hose too? I don't know. I'm not sure. But Nagahide here, if you've been watching for a bit, you know one thing, and, well, you might know a few things about me, but one of them is there's a monkey here, and you have to get monkeys, and then the boar, and I did have Nagahide, he just wasn't one of the original three, and I really dug the figure, so the nostalgia pull here is mighty. The fact that there's a monkey is crazy mighty as far as the pull is concerned. And all the other stuff, man, if Nagahide, this is one that just burns me. Like, it doesn't actually, I say burns me. It doesn't make me angry. It's not like that or anything. Last time I got mad was when they totally changed the Masterpiece Transformers look from awesome to cartoon. But this is really good. Like, they knocked this out of the park. I don't see much in the way of updates, and I do prefer updated looks, but at the same time, we all know they crush it with animal figures. The monkey might be a little slug of a figure, but it's still a monkey. So this one, I'm having a hard time. I'm having a hard time saying no to based on the hand rule. So we'll see, man. I don't know. What's everybody thinking when it comes to Nagahide? Ooh, a lot of comments showed up. I'm guessing you'll like him. See, Televiper, Barbecue, and Tripwire, to name a few. That's right. I forgot. I had Barbecue, too, but I sold him a while back. Woo! We have LBZ. Televiper has a horrible hose. I wonder if they're all using, like Rekship said, that same hose. Because, yeah, the hoses weren't great in the original line either. They were just long, which helped out. Ripper does not have the hose. Okay. Skew Raider. Okay. I hope a threaded hose replacement or something comes out for these. Anybody working in, like, the whole 3D printing realm, not that you can do something like this there. Any customizers out there, make hoses. It sounds like you'd sell some good hoses. I am not that guy. See, the boar. I know. Oh, that's one of the things. They crush it on their animals. The monkey. I know. See, this is my problem. This is the problem, people. Monkeys are like a necessity, and they're hilarious. Monkeys are always funny. Pomba. Hakuna Matata, baby. All right. Whew, Skew Raider, Jericho Savage, thanks. It's battery powered. Yeah, now. All right. Let's see. I missed something. Why am I missing things? What is wrong with me? Harry, Dave, have you purchased custom 3D printed heads? They have heads for everyone and most of the time better looking. I have not purchased 3D printed heads yet. There will be adjustments coming here very soon, I think. Things are starting to pick up. So hopefully the whole collecting thing starts maxing up a little bit. We'll start being a little more stoked and a little less worried when surprise drops hit, like that possible Mafex Wolverine reissue. Yep. Skew. It's skew. There is no R. Don't make me say that word on the live stream unless we're talking about things that go into the back of an O-ring figure's back. The back of a back. Would that be the front of the back? I don't know what I'm saying anymore. Screw, screw, screw. All right. What's everybody? People are saying things like, yes, this is glorious. Nagahide. He is. He is probably the first one that they've revealed that has me wondering if I'm being too harsh with my no hands rule. The monkey has an eye patch. I noticed that. Somebody brought it up on Twitter, on X, whatever I'm calling it today. I don't even know. It kind of depends on what Elon wants to call it. But yeah, man, that's the thing. That monkey is so cool. But do you spend $45 because you think the monkey's cool? I'm not sure. Let's see. He sings Hakuna Matata as he poaches against the Joes. That would be a hilarious twist. But careful there. I don't want Disney somehow grabbing G.I. Joe. I probably shouldn't have brought up Hakuna Matata because now I'm worried. Jericho Savage. Nagahide is an easy pass. He was in the Deke series. That's true. But he had a cool figure. And there is that. Like, there are plenty of figures I had that were during the Deke series. Like Scoop. Scoop was kind of a pain in that 5-parter series, the one that started the Deke series. Deke. If only I had soap. But that started the Deke series. And he was kind of cool, but he was also like traitorous. He was like a Mirage style Transformers thing. I don't know. Ended up coming around, but I had him and he was a really cool figure. So I'm not so beholden to cartoons when it comes to figures, but I know a lot of people are. And that's why we need more cartoons and video games and more media out there for people to start seeing this stuff more. Tragic Hero. I have to get him. Can't say no to yeah, or animals. Yeah, monkeys. Monkeys are key, guys. I don't know. It's very difficult to sit here and be like, I don't know if I want this. Definitely getting him. Dang it. Everybody loved Nagahide because there's a monkey. See, Spirit will have words with him. That's true. That's true. Spirit and Freedom. Freedom probably shouldn't go up against the boar, though. Tragic. Hey, I just tried jamming a Valaverse hand to Rock and Roll's wrist. I noticed that the wrist has a smaller porthole. If you don't mind either shaving the hands down or heat up the wrist, jam hand. I wondered about that. I wondered actually today when I was seeing all these, because they all look so good, I was like, wouldn't it be funny if Valaverse decided to change their hand system so that it was the same port as G.I. Joe? If they did that, I would end up buying more Joes because I would have more Valaverse figures to throw hands in to the Joes. I don't know. I don't know the sentence I'm even trying to say here, but Valaverse doing that would actually make it so I'd buy more G.I. Joe. So maybe Valaverse not doing that is the better idea. But yeah, I might try some of that depending on what all I grab here in the future. LBZ, looking at Nagahide, seems we got skimped, Crocmaster. That's true. Although Fiona was good size. I wonder how big the boar is going to be. And I wonder what they're going to name the boar. I didn't read the Nagahide description, so if anybody did and they gave it a name, let me know. Jericho Savage. Legend has it that those who owned the Deke figures were never seen again in the toy aisles. That's because we all went to pre-ordering because we live in areas that don't have a lot of stuff showing up in the toy aisles. Huh? Huh? That was possibly the only time I've ever thought on my feet. LBZ, they need to get Desert Scorpion to go with their Desert Snake Eyes and Dusty. Just saying. Desert Scorpion was cool. Ooh. The way that they put this stuff together, every time a new name gets thrown out there, it doesn't matter whether the character was cool before then or not. You just want to see what they're going to do with it. Like, this team, design-wise, just destroys it. They do such a good job. Tragic. Then that will answer your concerns about not having to buy more Joes. This is true. All right. Let's go. I know we've got a couple more comments to hit, but let's head to the next one. Ladies and gentlemen, we have the Night Creeper. And the Night Creeper is probably, I think it's actually, besides the figures that came with the Hiss, he might be the very first troop builder that Classified has come out with that has extra different hands. Now, obviously, what we've got here are the same trigger hands that we've always gotten, but we've also got Snake Eyes climbing / chopping hand and Snake Eyes throwing star hand, and that is enough. That is enough for me to look at this and say, I need one, and I'll probably need more, because being sick in the head as I am, that might just be something that is a necessity. What's everybody thinking about the Night Creeper? Yeah. All right. Must push more buttons. Deke, end of Inspector Gadget and every show. The Littles G.I. Joe. What? Oh, the Littles. Ah, Spaded One. Thanks for stopping by, man. Holy crap, I need these Dreadnoks. These new Dreadnoks. A new pet. Yeah, that's the thing too, man. They crush it with animals. I'm looking at selling some that I have with animals, and I'm going, do I really want to, considering the animals are so cool? A lot of Action Force hands are around. They may help with the lack of Joe with mods, facts. Yeah, I know. But you've got to just mod the Joe itself, because you don't want to hurt the hands, because that takes away the interchangeability. We'll see. Let's see. Oh, I have a mighty need. I know. I'm just going to keep saying I know for like this thing. Because what's that? Isn't that the Night Creeper leader head as well? Because, yeah, man, that's what I want. I want to see extra heads. I want to see extra hands. Ooh. And look at all the accessories he still comes with. I'm telling you, they can do this. It's awesome. Night Creeper. Love it. Yes. So I went in a fairly decent order, I would say. See, when you have characters named Captain Gridiron, you know it's time to hang it up. The worst part is I had Captain Gridiron. And don't you mess with those football grenades and that football-inspired army helmet with the I haven't thought about Captain Gridiron in forever. He had like a face mask that was all, yeah, it was totally ridiculous, but for whatever reason, I was completely down with it. I like the General Hawk with the backpack and the gold missiles too. That might be my favorite Hawk, believe it or not. Wreck Ship comes with that Ninja Force head. Was it that it wasn't Night Creeper leader, but it was the Ninja Force Night Creeper that had that head? Because I can't remember that. I had the Night Creeper, but I didn't have the one that had that head. Whew. Harry, meh. I like it, Harry. I like it. Just keeping us all level-headed a little bit. I need to be there. I need to stop getting so stoked. Maybe not. No, I think this is pretty good though. Another easy pass. Really? On the Night Creeper. Probably because he was Deke era. Which I get. LBZ. Night Creepers are one of my faves and first Joes besides the Range Viper. That alt head looks pretty sweet, Cobra-wise. Yeah, I think I really liked the Night Creepers, and I was the kid that never had more than one of any figure, so that might lead a little bit to my obsession with wanting to army build this stuff. But also, it's great for photos. Like you put Snake Eyes in the middle of like 8 Night Creepers. Not that I should buy 8 Night Creepers. That's a bad Dave. But yeah, man, the photos that you get with army building, oh, they're nice. Wreck Ship, the Night Creeper leader just had, let's see, the orange blindfold on his head. I think that's right. That's right. Okay. Yeah, I'm picturing him now. Because I think, did he even wear a shirt? Like, didn't he just wear pants or something? I'm picturing, yeah, okay, I got you. So this was just the Ninja Force Night Creeper. I'm going to need 1 or 6 of these guys. Andrew, I think I'm there with you. This thing's incredible. Tragic. What have we now? The alt head looks cool. It does. And it could be like you could just outfit a bunch of different Night Creepers with a bunch of different accessories. Like your whole Night Creeper army could look totally different, carrying around whatever. You could have like the crazy sword. I'm pointing to the crazy sword. This one here that has all the twists and turns. To me, that's the crazy sword. You could have a crazy sword specialist and maybe a bow and arrow or a crossbow specialist and all that. Like you could make these guys look a lot different. Plus all the alt heads. That's stuff that I love, and I love it for photos. I love it for army building. That's incredible to me. I just really dig that. Let's see. Loud and colorful neon ninjas. LOL. He wasn't. The thing with Night Creeper, though, it was more of a muted purple. I mean, it was kind of like this color. It wasn't like he was crazy bright. They weren't fluorescent. Now, if you're talking Ninja Force, yeah, really loud and really colorful stuff. And I'm wondering, I know they're going to get to those, and hopefully they can update them and make them look cool. I know there were a lot of molds that looked cool. They just weren't colored well. Wreck Ship. Night Creeper leader just had a chest harness and tiger stripe orange pants. Okay. Got it. That was, yeah, I'm getting there. I'm getting there. I remembered seeing them like I do. I'm a fan. I like this stuff, but sometimes the brain just dies a little. Dang, I'm a big Joe guy, but these reveals have me very disappointed. Hope the next reveals make up for it. So Jericho, what is it about these that you're disappointed by? Like for me, I can't even say I'm disappointed. Like the design team to me just crushed it. I just wish that they were able to spread the hands out a little bit more. So that's the only thing for me. But let me know what you're disappointed by. Just curious. Skew Raider, Tiger Force, Python Patroller, Night Creepers, or Alley Vipers? Who will be seen first? I mean, with the next, or what do you mean? Let's see. Let me know what you mean there, Skew Raider. I was trying to figure that out because we've got some of those. Let's see. Sci-Fi and Flash both show up. Dude, whatever they do with Sci-Fi is going to look great, and Flash probably as well. Like I'm saying, man, I think for me, they're knocking the designs out of the park. See, yeah, Sci-Fi and Flash. Those would be good. Jericho, is that the thing? The fact that these are kind of later releases? I'm sure that's part of it. Let's see, LBZ. Yeah, I only had 2 red ninjas, so this may be the ones that I go past 5 besides bats. That's true. You know, the bats had all those interchangeable like hand attachments. And in fact, the bat was the first figure I considered to be complete in classified. And I'm not selling my bats. I digs those. Haven't seen the last one yet. She's yet to be shown. Happy for her and Doc mostly. Digging them though. Don't worry, we're about to get to her. Let's see, the designs and the characters I just don't like. Okay, I get that. The character thing is my same argument with Duke. Skew Raider, loud Cobra battle, more attempt at jokes like they don't care about camo. That's it. That's it. You know what, though? I do like the Alley Viper that has like the red and black. I think that thing's glorious. And it's not too loud. Let's see. I like Sci-Fi version 2. Version 2 is sweet. I like both of them, actually. I was never beholden to a specific thing. Ooh, geez, hang on. Did you guys just hear my voice die in real time? That was amazing. All right, now I'm caught up. So let's get to the one I am most excited about. Anybody digging this Jinx? Here's what I'm stoked about with Jinx. She, obviously, you can see, she comes with fists and trigger fingers, although trigger fingers don't seem to make a lot of sense with a figure, but she can carry guns. I'm totally good with that. I mean, she's a ninja. She'll do whatever she needs to get the job done. So I'm good. And the fists, fantastic touch. She's got the extra head. She's got the unmasked and the masked. She's got the cool articulation that all the female Joes have. I'm just hoping they, there it is again. This one might be coming to a close pretty soon. I'm just hoping that they work out the engineering a little more at the waist so they can bend a little more forward when it comes to the female figures. But this is everything I want Classified to be. She's got an awesome updated look, not all 80s all the time. She just looks killer. She looks incredible to me. Just a big fan. I don't know what else to say. Like, I'm going to be stoked about the extra hands and the head. She's got the weapons that all scream Jinx. And she just has this really killer new design. Again, the new designs here are why I trust this team to take G.I. Joe into whatever the next incarnation is. After they get through with all their ARAH homages, I want to see them really start pushing like Jinx here. And obviously they're sprinkling it in now, but man, just more. Because you guys, Lenny, design team, if anybody is watching this, you guys absolutely kill it when you loose the reins and get to work on something like this. I love it. Woo, all right. We have comments. Skew Raider, yes. This has made it for me. This and Dot, digging them all, but Jinx the most. Yeah, Jinx #1 for me for sure. Too bad I won't have a Falcon to go with her. I don't know why I laughed like that. Wreck Ship, that arm tattoo looks interesting. It does. I can't wait till we get like a better view of Jinx just to see what's going on. Are we going to get more like earlier renders of Storm Shadow seem to show something that a lot of people said that Yakuza, it looked like that. Hopefully not like that, but Blindfold 2. Oh, is that what that is? I thought that was just another belt. Oh man, if that's a Blindfold, that's or Blindfold? Okay. I can't even blame Water. Clearly I have Blindfold on the brain. Matt Seinfeld's younger brother, he had a tragic accident when he was a kid. He actually became Daredevil, changed his name to Matt Murdock. Got really weird. All right. Pushing buttons. Jericho, Jinx looks good. Sweet. I'm glad you dig this one, man. Because, yeah, I think she looks awesome. Woo. Much chatter on the Jinx here, guys. Well played. Wreck Ship. I wish the stick was able to break into 2 pieces, but it doesn't look like it does. I wonder, We'll definitely get more details. That's kind of an homage to the original toy, and it didn't break into 2 pieces, but I wish I could see. It looks pretty thin. I'm not sure it would, but it's not like I really know. It's just guessing at this point. Oh my gosh, I thought I was right on it. LBZ, they needed the blindfold head sculpt, but then probably can't just MacGyver one from scratch. Yeah, that would be tough. That would have to be, You almost need elastic, I would think, to go around that to make it look right if you don't have the blindfolded head sculpt. Jericho. Wait till she sees how they did her boo Falcon. Yep. She's just leaving him. She's gone. He looks like a wax statue or something. I don't know. I don't even know what to say about her boo. Let's see. Quote from Philip J. Fry. Shut up and take my money. Yep, that's what's gonna happen. The second I see Jinx, she might just get pre-ordered. I might not look for her on the pegs, because again, the stores around here suck at stocking pegs. Skew Raider and Jericho Savage, thus the blindfold. She knew 3 decades ago it was on the way Falcon. On the way Falcon? Oh, it was on the way. Got it. I need to work on my enunciation, perhaps. Yeah, Falcon's he's gone. He doesn't even exist. You know what? Maybe we'll give Scarlet to Snake Eyes, and we'll give Jinx to Duke. Because Scarlet and Snake Eyes always worked as a better couple to me than Duke and Scarlet. So, yeah, Snake Eyes and Scarlet, and then Jinx and Duke. And that way Falcon can be sad, like the figure he is. Harry, isn't that black part of the blindfold? See, I wonder, black part of the blindfold, after somebody brought that up, I'm not sure. I'm wondering, like, if it is a blindfold, it looks like it would almost have to go on from the top down. I wondered, like, when I first saw it, I thought that it was a belt. But I don't know, and I didn't read the description, so I might have to go back and check that out. Yeah, my assumption, though, was just it was a belt. But you're right, like, it wouldn't make a lot of sense to have the belt that she's got on and replace it with that. Like, it wouldn't be a big enough difference, I wouldn't think. I'm wondering, that might be, I wonder if it's like a rubbery piece that you just put over her head. Hopefully. There you go. Oh, dear. On target. Yep, that's it. Jinx and Duke. That's what's up. Really? That's the blindfold? That's the blindfold, yeah. I don't know. If does somebody have her up so they can read the description? Because like I'm terrible at this, obviously. I didn't even look at the description of her. Blindfold, Seinfeld, bass guitar riffs. Yep. All right. Wreckship. Granted, to be fair, the training stick she fought Beachhead with in the movie had those sandbags on the ends and not the blades. That's true, too. I wonder, maybe the retro Beachhead will come with those sandbag things. Because he's the one that gave them to her, I think. Harry, Dave, did you ever get into that Ross store? You know what? I went there, and they had the sign. I don't know what happened with Google unless Ross has been supposed to go there for so long that Google had the listing already, because it said, hey, it's there, it's open. And I went, and they were doing some kind of remodeling or something. You know, when a Ross store is opening and they've got the big like tarp there saying, hey, Ross coming soon or whatever, that was there when I went. So no, I did not make it to that Ross store, which was sad because at the time I was thinking the Universal Monsters from Jada I might be able to find really cheap. Skew Raider, it looks to be a loop with 2 tassels on the back of it. That would be cool. I mean, if that's the blindfold, that would be fantastic. But yeah, like right away I saw it and thought belt, but I would be more than happy to be wrong. Lenny and Emily mentioned it when they announced her on one of the last streams that she has a blindfold. Oh, fantastic. Ladies and gentlemen, she doesn't need the blindfold head. She has a blindfold. Her actual carded weapon had the blades. Good idea for an item to cover the blades, though. Etsy time. That would be cool. Like one of those sticks with the sandbags at the end, just like a training thing. Although, what kind of figure would come with training sticks? Probably not Beachhead the more I think about it. That would just be, yeah, that wouldn't end up well. People will be like, why did he come with this and not, I don't know, extra hands? Although most of the retro figures are coming with extra hands. That makes me happy. But yeah, that's pretty much what I got for today, guys, when it comes to what we saw from G.I. Joe. Jinx here, I'm crazy stoked about Jinx. Like, truly, I'm going to be able to get her posed up into all kinds of stances. She's going to be able to take swings with her fists. She's going to be able to, like one of the things I'm really going to enjoy actually in talking about the photo stuff, she's going to have one hand with a fist. She's going to have one with a sword. And like, you'll be able to bring her back like this, holding the sword and have the fist in front and all that stuff so that it doesn't look just weird, like one of my problems with G.I. Joe just doing trigger finger hands is you've always got to have guns in both hands for it to look right, or the figure has to be doing something you can come up with, like maybe holding their chin or putting their hand up to their forehead, or just something that you can cheat with this kind of look, those are trigger finger hands. But that's tough to do. And so I love it when a figure has fists, because more options. She's got the extra heads, more options. And with that blindfold, that's like almost 3 heads. So yeah, man, like they crushed it with Jinx. They crushed it with all of them. Like their only problem, the only thing they might have done wrong had, again, nothing to do with the design team. It was just not getting me the hands that I wanted. Because I'm a greedy collector, and we all are in some way, perhaps. A little bit. I don't know. LBZ. Hasbro has this new to the G.I. Joe Classified Series line as a ninja intelligence agent, Kim Jinx Arashikage. Attach her blindfold accessory to recreate her iconic training scene from G.I. Joe the movie. Ladies and gentlemen, we are 110% confirmed now. That is a blindfold. Thank you, LBZ. Yeah, I'm telling you, man, this one is the one. And I know there's probably plenty of people that want the retro carded with her old school look. And I don't blame them at all. I'm totally good with that. This is just more of personally what I want to see. And yeah, I'm over the moon for this one. I don't know what it is. Skew Raider, LBC with deadly blades. Kill your training team. LOL Gridiron, Marauders, Gunrunners. Let's get it to training mode. Oh, God. Captain Gridiron. Oh. Guys, I haven't thought about him in so long. Maybe part of why I dug him so much is I liked football, even though all that was ridiculous. I still like football, but, I love it, though. Always something to expand on or fix to make alternates for. And that's something, too, man. So many great companies are making so many great figures, and then you have so much great stuff from, like, third parties that are also great companies, and third-party accessory kits and 3D printers that are making awesome heads. It just, like, this is an awesome time, I would say, for 1/12 scale collectors, because we are crazy spoiled for choice. The only problem we have right now is how the crap do we focus this, because there is way too much good stuff. And that's one of my things with hands. Okay, I got to come up with some way to focus this more. What can I come up with? Hands. They better have extra hands. And there you go. That helps me focus, and it helps me save money. Whew. That was much talking. I think I might have to go to the water in a sec here. Yeah. You guys make these chats a lot of fun. They're a blast to come on here and chat with you all. Too many toys, too little cash. That's true. That is so true. It's why the focus is so key for me anyway. See. Facts. Sweet. I have some facts. Awesome lineup. Doc and Jinx spruced it up. I think so. I think Nagahide crushed it too. I think the Night Creeper is awesome. I even think Roadblock and Tripwire look really good. Torch, the added stuff they did for Torch, man, I mean, I can't wait to see what else they have planned for this year and the year going on, because G.I. Joe was one of those things. I grew up loving this brand. This thing was so much fun, like to the point where I loaded up on the 25th figures and all that. And it got to the point with all of them that by the time Pursuit of Cobra came out, I wanted them, but that's about where I stopped collecting much because I couldn't find them easily. And so that was a pain. And I wasn't online all the time ordering stuff and all that. So, yeah. But right now, I can order all this stuff and it's phenomenal. And I have a little more disposable income ish. Like I said, we're getting there. But yeah, it's weird. I'm getting calls suddenly like, hey, can you do this? Can you do this? And I'm thinking, oh, money's coming in. I like it when that happens. So anyway, guys, that's, yeah. G.I. Joe team, Lenny, Emily, everybody that's working on the design crew, keep it up. And see if you can talk the accountants into giving you a couple more pennies for some hands, because that'd do it for me. I would be hosed. You'd both kill me, and I would appreciate it anyway, which is weird. Be ready to see this, Jinx. It's the green with orange stripes and Tiger Force, probably next year. It's true. I wonder what they would do. Leave the tattoo? Ooh. I didn't even try to rhyme, and then I started talking. It got ugly. Skew Raider and Retro Drinks, like Dave was saying too. I love it all. Yeah, man, they kill it. They do such a. Oh, sorry, Harry. I had you showing up, and I clicked again. Did you go through Series 4 Action Force yet? I did look at Series 4 Action Force, and I will be getting the Urban Commando is what has me most, and I know he's basically a re-release, but he's the one that has me most excited, to be perfectly honest. And I'm going to go back, and I need to get a lot of the gear packs, like the Eclipse and the Kill Switch gear packs, and I need to get the Spec Ops gear pack, because those I need to basically complete those characters. And then there was other stuff. Like I like the look of the desert stuff, but it is almost, to everybody's point that was talking earlier about the bland colors of Action Force, and I do agree you need that for your troop builders. I don't have much call for desert figures. So I see that, and I'm kind of like, well, that's kind of cool. But, I mean, it's very cool, to be honest, especially if you're into desert stuff. But for me, I'm just not all that geeked about that. I do like, oh, what's his name? The guy with the ghillie suit, all in the green camo, the one that everybody keeps saying, oh, it's hit and run, when really, yeah, there's only so much you can do with military figures, guys. What is his name? Oh, help me out in the chat, guys. And then the Arctic Trooper with the ghillie suit that he can get and all that, like that stuff is really cool. But again, like my stuff tends to be more city. So when I'm looking at Palaverse's stuff, I love the Urban Commando, and I want the Gray Vanguard and stuff like that. So yeah, there's that. Riot Troopers, Spec Ops. Why can't I come up with that guy's name? I want to kick myself. It would be fun to change the tattoo to a tiger tattoo for the TF version. That'd be kind of funny. And I bet they'd do it. They'd do something like that. Just what we find out is actually those aren't real tattoos. They're just water decals that Jinx uses. Jericho, what I'm anticipating the most is Retro Flint. I'm going to go with Flint because I know we've chatted before about such a thing. Shark with Deep Six and Sci-Fi. Ooh, the Shark. Oh, I bet they'd crush it with the Shark. Deep Six, I wonder what they do with him now. I don't think those suits are quite the same. Yeah, I got you. He's not a Flint is a glint in our eyes, however. Tracer Swarm Trooper. See, I think he looks cool, but I was never a glow-in-the-dark guy. I might go and pick up. I saw that Valaverse still has some of the Horde there. I might want one of those. Jericho, all that, especially the Shark with Deep Six with articulation. That's true. That's true. I would like I'd like Deep Six to be at least 5 POA. I don't even remember if we could move his head. Action Force is looking fire too. Blowback is the sniper. Yes, that's who it was. Drove me crazy. I couldn't remember that. I think he looks incredible. So yeah, there's a lot that Action Force has going for it. Let's see. Yes, articulation. Articulation for Deep Six. It's like justice for Deep Six. Hashtag. Are you talking about Blowback? Yes, I was. I was totally talking about Blowback. Thank you guys. I appreciate it. Because yeah, he's pretty rad. He looks cool. I have Swarm Horde, and he is worth the cash for sure. Yeah, I think he looks really good. All right, guys, I hate to do this. I hate to be that guy, but my voice is kind of fighting me. I clearly need to load up on water more during these, so I'm going to call it. Anyway, thank you very much for showing up and chatting G.I. Joe. I don't actually know people that get stoked about this stuff as much as I do until I'm on these live streams, so it's always fun to talk to you guys. So, with all that in mind, I guess that's all I've got. So until next time, have fun. Happy snapping, and now I'll do the whole awkward hit end stream, and then I'll hit it again,